Hi everyone, I'm Jordan Kane and I am presenting on my final Capstone project where I decided to create a website called Cheer Chatter. Cheer Chatter is a website that is dedicated to increasing the conversation on cheerleading as a sport. It is important for cheerleading to get time in the spotlight as an actual athletic activity rather than what it is usually depicted as in the media. I created Cheer Chatter to be a go-to destination for all things cheer. The website has a variety of articles, interviews, spotlights, as well as interactive opportunities. Cheer Chatter is truly a website for anyone and is intended to reach a wide audience. Whether you've been a lifelong cheerleader or you were just watching ESPN and the national cheering competition was airing up next and you decided to stick around instead of changing channels. It doesn't matter who you are or what you know, there is something on Cheer Chatter fit for everyone. Throughout the development of Cheer Chatter, I found it was easy to point out my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Cheer Chatter has a very clean and easy to follow layout, which is important, especially for a new website. There's also a lot of content within each segment with room to continue growing. I was also certain to include interactive portions in order to make the reader feel included and special, which will leave them wanting to come back for more. My favorite aspect of the website, though, is how it was created for everyone and not just cheerleaders. On the contrary, Cheer Chatter has some weaknesses, including a shortage of sources for original content. I reached out to every connection I have in the cheerleading industry to share their insight, but some seems a bit repetitive. The mobile version of Cheer Chatter is not effective and could use work. To go with that, I feel as though the design of the website is lacking in innovation. In the future, I would like to continue adding more exciting features. Another weakness is that a lot of opinions within the content is expressed by the author, me. I would have liked to have added more thoughts coming from an outsider's perspective. Being a new website, there is so much opportunity for Cheer Chatter to grow and develop. I'm excited to conduct new interviews and create new spotlights while writing more original articles regarding the future of cheerleading. With that, I can eventually compile enough content to create new segments. Increasing the number of website visits is a goal of mine, which could be helped by linking up with a cheer influencer. There are obvious threats that come along with building a website. Mine specifically are the competitor sites that have a built-up following with more connections. There are also a lot of large cheerleading corporations that include similar content on their websites. My top 3 goals and objectives for Cheer Chatter include gaining overall respect for cheer, to inform readers on cheerleading, and to keep current cheerleaders up to date and excited. Here is a list of all the content shown on my website. It features a basic rundown of cheerleading and the different types, articles, interviews with bosses in the cheer world, and cheerleader spotlights, which focus on current cheerleaders. These were my top 2 favorite articles to write and get information on. The cheer backpack must-haves were all suggested by cheerleaders I have met throughout my years. I loved hearing the essential items they carry with them for cheer and why they swear by them. The other article includes my top 5 favorite moments from the 2020 UCA College Nationals. This competition is the most prestigious in the world, and I was lucky to attend it this year. College cheerleading is all about tradition and skill, which is shown off through photos and videos within this article. Next, it was important to shed light on the COVID-19 crisis. The virus is affecting absolutely everything with no exceptions. These 2 articles show how teams are adapting to the changes. The first is about how a local all-star cheerleading team created images with reassuring quotes to share to their community. The other gains insight on cheerleaders who have had their competition season terminated due to social distancing rules. The next segment includes interviews with cheer bosses that have inspired me in my cheer journey. These here were my favorites to conduct. Nick Longo is a male in the cheer world, so it was interesting to hear his thoughts and feelings. I'm excited to share his interview. The other interview is with Laura Marino. She is the owner of an all-star cheer gym that started from the ground up. She is one of the most dedicated people I know, and it was great to hear from her and what it's like to run a gym. The first round of cheerleader spotlights shine on cheerleaders of all kinds, all-star, college, high school, and even a male cheerleader. I asked them to send in a little bit about them and their cheerleading careers. I was happy to get very different stories from each participant. I have sporadically placed interactive portions throughout my website. The first is a cheer-inspired playlist to listen to while browsing the website. The other two give the readers opportunity to get involved with cheer chatter by either nominating a cheer boss that has inspired them to be interviewed or submitting information on themselves to be featured in the next round of cheerleader spotlights. Throughout creating and developing cheer chatter, I cannot stress how much I relied on following a project schedule. I was able to complete this project almost stress-free by creating a checklist and following it religiously. I also learned how to organize various types of content while it's still in the works of being completed. While beginning the cheer chatter design, I went through a lot of trial and error when finding which website builder was a good fit for me and my project. Now I know for future projects how to navigate a lot of these sites. One of my biggest insecurities in this project was my smaller list of sources for articles. I found ways to efficiently use their words while being able to have them connect me to other people, which helped my project significantly. Thank you all for listening to my presentation. I would really appreciate it if you visited my website at cheerchatter.weebly.com. Thanks again.